Stephen Key, One Simple Idea, Turn Your Dreams into a Licensing Goldmine while letting others do the work. Embarking on the journey of transforming a simple dream into a successful business is an exciting and challenging process. In the book, One Simple Idea, Turn Your Dreams into a Licensing Goldmine While Letting Others Do the Work by Stephen Key, you'll learn not only about identifying irresistible products and promoting them through the right channels, but also about relying on wise mentorship to navigate the uncertainties of entrepreneurship. In times of economic downfall, discover how to keep your product sales up by focusing on the principles of passion, innovation, and responsibility. This book's summary highlights the importance of starting small, knowing the market, creating a strong brand identity, and nurturing relationships within the industry to protect your idea and accelerate sales.
Finding success in a dismal economy. The recent economic downturn might suggest that creating and introducing a product to market is ill-advised. However, consumer spending still makes up over half of the American economy, even during a slump. The key to success is to identify products that improve customers' lives without breaking the bank, as purchases are often motivated by desire rather than necessity in tough times. With the prevalence of social media, entrepreneurs can work from home and connect with their customers to quickly react to the market's needs. It's also essential to find a suitable mentor for advice, preferably someone who has previously launched a similar product. With these tips, entrepreneurs can succeed in finding opportunities for their business ventures. Passion and responsibility in entrepreneurship. Starting a business requires passion and responsibility, which are learned skills and key to success. Passion brings motivation, innovation, and resilience, while responsibility demands accountability in hard work. Starting a business can be daunting, and the prospect of failure can be discouraging. However, being an entrepreneur is a learned skill, not an innate talent. To succeed as an entrepreneur, you must have the passion and persistence to turn your great idea into a successful business. Passion for your idea is the driving force that compels you to promote it with enthusiasm and motivate you to learn from your mistakes. It also helps you cope with the challenges and risks that come with entrepreneurship. The key to success, however, is not just passion. It would be best if you also were prepared to take full responsibility for your business. Being the leader of your enterprise makes you accountable for every decision and mistake and requires you to deal with the consequences. You must balance many tasks and be ready to cope with changes and surprises that come with building a business. In conclusion, passion and responsibility are essential characteristics of successful entrepreneurship. They are learned skills that require dedication and hard work. So, if you have a great idea and the determination to make it work, you can become a successful entrepreneur. Simplify your idea to succeed. Startups fail due to their complexity and ambition. To succeed, simplify your idea by making small modifications to an existing product. This allows you to tap into existing demand and target different niche markets while finding a manufacturer to produce it at a reasonable cost. To create a sellable product, study the market, identify a unique selling point, and test the idea in the market. Finally, ensure that the production costs and retail price will give you the desired profit. Launching your business, a comprehensive guide. Starting a business is an exciting journey, but success doesn't come easy. To embark on this journey, you first need a business plan, which forces you to define what you're doing, how you're doing it, and why. It also lets you project your financials to ensure profitability and get potential investors' feedback. Once your plan is ready, start small with the essentials: a phone, computer with internet, and a website. Additionally, get your business entity registered and decide which legal structure is suitable for you. Becoming an LLC or corporation provides personal asset protection, while simple legal entities save time and effort. Launching your business isn't that complicated, all you need is a complete business plan and a straightforward setup. Protecting your great idea. As an innovator, it's natural to be concerned about the competition stealing your business idea. While patenting is the most well-known method to protect your intellectual property, it's not always the best. Outsmarting the competition by designing something unique can claim and defend your intellectual property rights. Small companies have a flexibility advantage and can bring new ideas to the market quicker than big companies. Building relationships with allies, including major players and retailers, can also convert them from competitors. Be quicker than the competition and keep good relationships with partners to safeguard your product into the market. Remember to be creative, always improve, and strive to stay current to stay ahead. Financing your business with minimum debt. Starting a business requires funding, and the easiest way to avoid external obligations is to use your own money. This way, you have more control over your finances and avoid external constraints. However, once you require additional funding, there are several alternative sources of free money to consider, such as crowdfunding and grants. Crowdfunding involves a group of people providing small amounts of money to your startup, while grants provide you with funds that you can use for startup or growth purposes. By utilizing these alternative sources, you can bootstrap your business until you have enough cash flow to sustain it, without taking on heavy debt. Finding the right manufacturer and setting up your supply chain. Profitable manufacturing of products requires finding the right manufacturer and establishing a well-organized supply chain. To find a suitable manufacturer, investigate thoroughly by contacting them, visiting the facilities, and getting referrals. Choose a manufacturer in your home country to enable effective communication and negotiation. After selecting a manufacturer, set up an efficient supply chain by building close relationships with suppliers and partners, monitoring inventory, and prioritizing metrics. It's best to start small and stay involved to stay on top of the manufacturing process. Pull marketing for small businesses. In today's world, traditional push marketing strategies are not optimal for small businesses. Instead, small businesses should focus on pull marketing, where the customer is the center of attention. It is essential to understand customers and what they need and want. Small companies can't invest in expensive advertising, but they can use cheap or free of charge marketing channels such as social media, websites, and YouTube. Word-of-mouth marketing is useful, and it is essential to incentivize it. Building a strong brand that appeals to customers is also necessary. The brand must communicate what the product is all about and what makes it unique. Therefore, small businesses need a simple, effective and personalized idea to connect with their customers and deliver value for their money. Successfully selling your product. Selling your product successfully involves getting it into stores. Starting small with a few local and regional stores is the best way forward. This allows you to stay in close communication with each store and keep track of how your product is selling. Providing excellent, personal customer service is also crucial to retain customers and foster loyalty. As a small business, you have an advantage over larger companies to create one-on-one relationships with your customers. This will make them more likely to request your product from retailers and increase the size of their orders. Managing business growth. As a business expands, keeping it financially stable and managing inventory levels are two crucial factors for success. Monitoring finances involves keeping up-to-date records, reviewing reports, negotiating payment terms, and incentivizing timely payments from customers. Proper inventory management ensures that you can fulfill orders immediately without overproducing and paying for storage. To reduce lag time between payables and receivables, you should coordinate production with customer orders. Overall, managing business growth requires careful attention to financials and inventory to ensure steady cash flow. Growing your startup with care. Growing your startup requires careful planning and consideration before expanding into new areas. The key is to ensure that any expansion complements your core business and appeals to the same market. For example, Hot Picks successfully licensed products featuring Disney and Taylor Swift because they were closely related to their core business and appealed to an additional sub-audience. To prepare for future selling, structure your company in such a way that it can operate without you. Imagine writing a playbook for someone else to follow. However, remember that increasing sales is ultimately what will make your business more attractive to potential buyers. Expansion requires increased effort in managing business relationships, monitoring product quality, and hiring new people, so proceed with caution and ensure that it's the right fit for your brand.
Transforming one simple idea into a successful business venture demands determination, proper guidance, and smart strategizing. The overall message of the book emphasizes the importance of preparing a strong business plan, managing your finances and inventory, safeguarding your intellectual property, and effectively marketing your product. Establishing healthy relationships with industry players, providing quality customer service, and maintaining an appealing brand identity are crucial elements in propelling your business forward. Remember that passion and persistence are the driving forces behind realizing the potential of your simple idea, allowing you to build and sustain a strong, profitable business even during economic downturns.